Hi, folks. Welcome to another edition of Gold Bazan. This is Pasha, Hajian speaking. I'm one of the directors of Gold Bazan, and it's an absolute honor for me to let everybody know that we'll be having Iran's first team national manager, Queiroz on the pod. The work that Queiroz has done alongside his staff members and the players is remarkable. The achievements, it's a very historical moment right now for Iranian football as a whole. And it's a very proud moment for us to even have someone like Mr. Queiroz on the pod. Mr. Queiroz spoke to us about World Cup preparation and the camp that will be happening. He gave us very interesting viewpoints about the long-term goals, about what's happening right now within Iran national team. And we can't even thank him enough for giving his time for us today. As always, we appreciate the support. Please subscribe. Check out our new website. We have a newsletter up if anybody wants to get involved. As always, we want to spread more awareness, not just for Iranian football fans, but football fans in general. And everybody should know that the work that Carlos Queiroz has done needs to be known. And it's an absolute fantastic historic moment for all of us. And we thank, again, Mr. Queiroz for the work he's done. We hope you guys enjoyed this interview, and as always, thank you guys. Right now, joined by Iran's national team manager, Carlos Queiroz. Coach, it's an absolute honor to have you on. I hope you're having a fantastic day today.
Everything is okay. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to talk to you.
Thank you. Coach, the first question we have for you, obviously looking at the last camp, you've invited many young new players. What did you learn from them, and what do you think they could bring into this upcoming camp?
Well, this is exactly one camp that we are running to create more opportunities for young players, to give them a chance to come and express themselves without pressure, without really great issues around them from the competitive point of view. And this is part of our World Cup preparation in regards the team selection. And we are using these camps to open the door to make specific observations, put a lot of efforts and investment in our analysis and our evaluation, because the better will be our evaluation, the better will be as well the kind of decisions we need to take at the end.
Thank you. And looking at these two friendlies that is in present time right now, what are you hoping to gain from the Panama and Venezuela friendlies? Were these your personal selections?
Well, it is what it is. We have an idea which kind of teams we should play, the profile of the teams, but there are some issues that we need to take in consideration, the technical approach to our decisions, and also some financial limitations that we have. So we need to try always to keep our decisions under the right principles and the right issues that can really help the team to progress. And the reality is those are the teams that we can afford to play. We don't have resources to dream higher because we have some limitations, as you know. But I'm happy because we're going to play one team that is qualified to the World Cup, Panama, which is always a good competitor. And we play also, we hope, it's still not totally confirmed. We hope that we're able to play Venezuela. Venezuela is one South American team. They perform very well during qualifiers, South America qualifiers. They have good players, they have a good team. So it is a good opportunity for our players to play against a different style of football, because almost for sure during the finals we're going to face South American.
Right. Coach, right now, obviously, with the preparation that is going on, which there's been much progress from last World Cup, would you say, are we on track physically, mentally, and tactically to achieve the goal of reaching the second round with the friendlies and camps that we've been organized? Have you been seeing that hunger from the players?
Yeah, absolutely. From the players and coaching staff, there is no doubt that we are building up this atmosphere around all of us to create a huge goal, a huge dream in front of us. We are preparing the team not to be in Russia for holidays, but trying to achieve this unique goal in Iranian history, which is qualify the team for the second round. Of course, we need also a good draw. A draw
Right.
that give us a good chance, because that sometimes the draws they build up one or two groups that the press and everybody call them the dead group. But we need if we be able, if you're lucky and if we draw one group with a good balance and if you have good chances, I think the team have enough potential in this moment and desire, which is the most important thing to be there.
Right.
But in order to achieve that goal, independent of our motivations, wishes, and desires, we need support. We need
Exactly.
to put in place a good preparation, because the fundamental issue to help the team to be very well prepared, it is to implement outstanding and unique preparation for the team.
Exactly.
And we are looking for that possibility to implement the plan that we have in mind. And to do it, we need a little bit more support, and especially we need that the support come on the right time. When you have a preparation plan in place, you cannot receive the support after
Yeah.
the games. You need to
Indeed.
receive
Exactly.
before. That's a simple and basic thing. I mean, if you have somebody that needs some treatment, it doesn't make sense that you bring the medicine. Is not here anymore.
Exactly.
I think the majority of the people understand that, and this is the situation. We need support, and we need support on time and in due time.
Exactly. Coach, right now you're speaking about support and obviously the work that you've done, your staff members and the players' efforts that have, pretty much given everything to qualify the World Cup. Do you see that same effort that the Federation is giving to the team in terms of support?
It's difficult to answer and explain in a few words exactly what is the situation. I mean, we cannot rely on intentional and good faith and good spirit. Yeah, it's from the desire, from the wish, from the intentional committee point of view that we can see, we can feel that attitude, that behave. But there's come one moment that you have it or you don't have it. I mean, you cannot implement your World Cup preparation with words.
Yes.
We need a little bit more than that. It's not only about to say we have 7 or 8 games planned in our World Cup preparation. We go for the second round. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to go to the moon, but you need to have first the 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 plane to travel to the moon, and then you
Exactly.
need to put petrol in the space shuttle, right? And we need to do it on time. But it's the my worries. It is in this moment that we are at the end of November, and we start to running out of time.
Yeah. Coach, I appreciate that. The next question I have for you is what have you seen from our European players compared to our domestic players that may lack? And how could you think that could influence them to go to Europe and develop into this characteristic? Because we've seen a lot of, domestic players are moving to Europe. And what would you say distinguishes our Iranian players in Europe right now from the domestic players?
Yeah, it's crucial. It is something that at the end can make the whole difference. It's something that people need to understand. At the end of the day, in the future, will make that small hinge that make the difference between you win and lose, or succeed or not succeed. Because You see, this is the pattern of the majority of all national teams and great teams. Even Brazil or Argentina, they cannot dream to win the World Cup if they don't have in this moment 90 or 95% playing in Europe. So this is not an embarrassing situation, because this is normal. When you have the best players, they move to the best clubs, and they move to the best championships. This happened with Brazilian players, Argentinian players, Portuguese players, with the French players, and English players. You go to England, you don't have one single English player playing in the first league, because you have about a foreign. So the day in this moment we have almost 60% of our players in Europe,
Right.
and sometimes there is this feeling, oh, you have the local players move. No, if you need to produce players, and it's not a problem to have 30 or 40 great players playing in Europe, and more 2,000 players, great players playing in Iran. This is normal. This happened in Portugal, Spain, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay. The great nations, the great football nations, they have the best players playing the best teams. This is exactly what we need. But if we compare Brazil, World Cup, and Russia, there is a huge. We have a goal in our team that never played a first division game in his life, playing World Cup. Now we have a player with more experience, with more international caps. And step by step, we've been trying to develop not only the players but the team as a whole. Now in our final sprint, we need a little bit more pepper to implement some solutions that can make the team even better.
Right. Coach, we've been using the GPS system, obviously, for players running distance in recent games compared to previous years. How would you say the stamina rate has been for the players? Because obviously, being fitness and with the mentality and everything that is going to come to the World Cup, do you see a slight difference from your previous years working with it until now?
Yeah, we have all measures, we have all data with us. Not only now, but we started work since I arrived here to Iran, and step by step we're starting to reduce the gap, but the gap is still there. When you have in the team 5, 6 players in Europe, they are more close from European international football, the European standards. But we still have 5 or 6 players playing in the local league that still far away from international standards. One of the problems of the league in Iran is they still have too much breaks. You see, game Estergal, first of all, is the most important game in the season. The number of breaks during the game, it's out of international standards. It's like football in Europe 15 years ago. So that doesn't allow the players to get the rhythm, the intensity of international competition. Yes, you can go for the World Cup. The first game, you can put your socks out of the boots and die on the pitch, but then you need to recover for the second game. Exactly. And that's when the problem starts for Iranian national team.
Coach, could you give us an approximate number of players that you might have right now in mind that have definitely secured their place for the 23-man squad for this upcoming World Cup in Russia?
Wow. Let me tell you one thing. These boys here, they are giving me a great headache. It's a good headache. Let me tell you the difference between 14 Brazil and 18 Russia.
Okay.
In 18 Brazil, I was with a huge headache to find 23 players to be in the team. In 2018, I have a huge headache because I'm going to be forced to leave outside 23 a couple of good players, and this is the difference in the progress between Iran national team 14 and 18, Brazil and Russia. Yeah, I was really in troubles to find enough numbers, enough players with quality to put in the team in Brazil.
Right.
Now I have a group of players. I can tell you that we are working at the end of this month we're gonna have in our elite group of players one thing, a system that we call the elite matrix, selection matrix. We're gonna have 38 players in our list, 3 players in each position, 4 goalkeepers, and one more goalkeeper, one more defender, one midfielder, and one more forward as a standby player. And I can say that it will be really, really an headache, and I hope God help me to select the best 23 players. I need to talk with the gods of football to help me to select in a fair, honest. It will be always my criteria, but also the right technical players and the right people with the great character, great attitude to be in the squad in Russia.
Thank you. Coach, we have 3 more remaining questions for you. We appreciate your time. Would you say will there be any notable surprises, like someone like Samuel Ghoddos called up for the World Cup that you think potentially Iranian football fans might find surprising?
After December, it will be after this camp of November and December. It will be very difficult to come with that element of surprise. I mean, there is no magic steps. There is no fantasy. You cannot believe that 6 months before the World Cup you can make a magic step and find Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo to be in the team. Those magic steps, they don't exist. The magic step after November camp, it is the magic of preparation, the magic step of good work, good training sessions, good games. That is the magic step that we need to implement. And sometimes this kind of magic steps that request investment, request work. People that don't like that, there is 2 words that scare a lot of times people, especially the ones that they like to be in the picture of the team. It is work and investment. They only want to be after the results to take the pictures. Work and investment is something that is like an allergic element that they don't like to be close. And this is the magic step we need. We need now to be systematic. We need to be methodological. We need to be very accurate in our decisions, in our work, to implement a World Cup preparation, well, the young players to be ready to compete against players that they have huge experience from the European and international play, against players with 50, 60 international caps, and they need to play more. They need to be ready and prepared for that.
Right. Coach, the final 2 remaining questions before I'm going to ask you a question is, right now looking at our team, is there any weak spots that you're trying to improve on, or is there some, or potentially a side that you think that needs more strengthening instead of weakness?
What we need to know it is to keep our players with the right motivation and self-esteem and confidence and happy. This is the key point. We need to tell and show our players how much we trust them, how much we support them, and how much we can be humanizing our decisions around them to help them to be happy every day, for them to give the best for the team and for the nation.
Coach, the final question we have for you is that obviously Gold Bazan Pod, we try to spread more awareness about Iranian football outside of the country because it gets any coverage. Is there anything, final thoughts you want to say to Iranian fans abroad, predominantly?
It's what I want to release is everybody can believe and trust that my goal and the goal of the team is to bring every day, every game, the best, and trying always to put the shirt higher in a better position. This is what we have in mind all the time, and in all areas, off the field and on the field. My concern is to bring the best solutions, the best equipments, the best training facilities, the best training sessions, the best ordinance, the best solutions for them to be better, and trust that if the players and the team they can improve and be better, we have more chances to win.
Coach Queiroz, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for Iranian football. We appreciate your time just coming on. It's an absolute honor to speak to you today.
Thank you. Thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And that concludes our interview with Mr. Carlos Queiroz, Iran's national first team manager. We appreciate the support as always. And if there's anybody that you would like for us to interview in the future, email us at mail@golbazanpodcast.com. Thank you.